Hello, ATB Tarot. My dear Aries, a powerful and vibrant energy surrounds you today, and the universe is whispering a profound message directly to your courageous heart. I am here to channel this spiritual communication, a sacred transmission that has crossed the veils between worlds to reach you. This is a message from a soul, a being who is either on the cusp of a great transition or has recently passed into the light. For some of you, this is a person still living in the physical realm, yet you are connected through a powerful telepathic bond of the spirit. It is common, you see, during profound periods of spiritual healing and awakening, for souls to begin communicating in this silent language of the heart, what we often call the voice of the soul. This is how they organize the unfinished symphonies of their earthly lives, reaching out to those with whom they share karmic threads that need gentle unraveling. Often, before a soul embarks on its final journey home, it makes a concerted effort to set right all that was left incomplete, to tidy the rooms of its relationships so it does not carry the heavy luggage of unresolved karma into the brilliant light that awaits. There is a specific presence here for you, Aries, a soul that wishes to unburden you. I will now convey the message this spirit has asked me to deliver, a message wrapped in compassion and divine love. It says to you, you who are living, you carry no blame. The weight you feel upon your shoulders was never meant for you to carry alone. This burden does not belong to you any longer. I have found my peace, a serenity so profound it transcends all earthly understanding, and it is my deepest, most sincere wish that you find the same peace for yourself. My love for you is now boundless, an infinite current, for in the realm where I reside, there is only pure, radiant light and unconditional love. So may it be. I now send a prayer for this beautiful soul, that it may continue its journey in absolute peace, completely free from any lingering negative energetic attachments or the sorrow of those it left behind. Many of you, my fiery Aries, may be holding on to a secret guilt related to this person. Perhaps you blame yourself for their passing or for events that transpired during their lifetime. Let me share a spiritual truth with you, one that is central to my own mission. A sacred part of my path is to act as a guide, helping souls who have crossed over to find their way into the light. I often walk in the spaces between worlds, communicating with those who have departed to facilitate this peaceful transition, just as there are many light workers on earth dedicated to this compassionate service. This is why these souls so often choose to speak through me, to send their loving messages to you. And one of the most vital lessons I have learned, which I feel compelled to share with you now, is that the two most powerful forces that halt our spiritual progress, that create stagnation and block the free flow of divine energy in our lives, are guilt and fear. These two emotions are like heavy chains around our ankles, preventing us from moving forward on our path. Fear, in particular, has many disguises. In your modern world, people speak frequently of anxiety, but from a spiritual perspective, anxiety does not exist as a separate entity. It is merely a branch, a tendril of the great tree of fear. Every person who experiences the restless torment of anxiety is, at their core, afraid of something. A future outcome, a past repeating itself, a loss of control. The spirit that has come to you today, Aries, is a soul that has been released from this cycle of fear and blame. For whatever reason, you have been carrying a weight of culpability, and this soul has come to tell you with absolute clarity and love that this cross is not yours to bear. Just as this soul no longer carries a single ounce of guilt, criticism, or any other dense emotion, because it is now bathed in perfect peace, it desires with all its being for you to be free as well. Let us sit with this for a moment, Aries. Close your eyes and feel the truth of this message. Visualize this soul, not as you last knew them in their physical form, but as a being of brilliant, shimmering light. See them smiling, their energy field clear and vibrant, unencumbered by any of the pains or regrets of the earthly plane. They are extending their hands to you, not to ask for anything, but to offer you a release. Imagine a heavy, dark cloak that you have been wearing. This is the cloak of guilt. See yourself unclasping it and letting it fall from your shoulders. Watch as it dissolves into nothingness before it even
touches the ground, transformed by the loving light emanating from this soul. Feel the incredible lightness that follows, the sensation of being unburdened, of being able to breathe fully and deeply for the first time in a long while. For some of you, this may connect to the profound loss of a child, perhaps through a miscarriage or an abortion, and the immense, often silent grief and self-reproach that can follow. For others, it may be a parent who lost a child to a tragic accident or the ravages of addiction, and who has endlessly questioned their own actions, wondering, what if I had done differently? The human mind is a complex and sometimes cruel landscape, Aries. We have a profound capacity to assign blame to ourselves for situations where no blame exists, where others do not hold us accountable, but we become our own most relentless judges and jailers. This soul is here to serve as your pardon. It is declaring your innocence in a court of divine love. For another group of you, the situation is slightly different. This may be regarding a person who is still alive but nearing the end of their journey. This individual is now in a state of deep reflection and remorse, recognizing that during their life they were overly critical, quick to judge, and perhaps placed the blame for their own unhappiness or misfortunes squarely upon your shoulders. They are now filled with regret. It is a divine grace, Aries, that before we transition, God, the universe, source, whatever name you hold sacred, grants us a period of clarity. This can be a month, a year, or even longer. The duration is unique to each soul's journey. This is a sacred time, meant for reconciliation, for making amends, for speaking the words that heal. This soul is using this time and this telepathic connection to apologize, to retract the blame they once placed on you, and to free you from the responsibility they unfairly assigned. They are, in essence, trying to ajustar, to set things right, so that both of you can move forward in peace, unbound by the chains of past misunderstandings. This message, Aries, is ultimately about the emancipation of your spirit. Your natural sign is one of pioneers and leaders, of those who charge forward with passion and determination. But how can you lead your own life with true power if you are dragging the heavy chains of a guilt that is not yours? How can you embrace the new beginnings you so fiercely crave if you are anchored to a past that has been misinterpreted through a lens of self-blame? The universe is asking you to practice the ultimate form of Aries courage, the courage to forgive yourself, the courage to accept this divine absolution being offered from the other side, the courage to lay down a burden you were never meant to carry. This is not an act of forgetting, but an act of profound spiritual alchemy, transforming the leaden weight of guilt into the golden light of wisdom and release. See this as a critical step in your soul's evolution, a necessary release of karmic debt that will allow your innate fiery energy to burn brightly once more, unclouded by sorrow, propelling you toward your true destiny with renewed strength and a heart that is finally truly light.
I invite you to have a transformative reading, the only reading done through the psychography of your spirit guide, so that you can understand your contract with God, your divine purpose, and the path to your abundance, and the face of your true love. I invite you to carry out, together with the Gypsy people, spiritual works, spiritual cleansings for investments, business, and abundance, legal matters, spells, demands, love, so that you may see the true face of your soulmate in your life. I invite you to do spiritual cleansings, spiritual baths, spiritual work, and I invite you to do the numerology of luck for games of chance, investments, business, and prosperity. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and join WhatsApp to schedule now the reading that will transform your life, just as it has already transformed the lives of thousands of people. Thank you very much.